What's up, nerds? Welcome back.
We're your hosts this week. I'm Chad.
I'm Jake.
We're joined this week by our good friend.
I'm John. What's up, nerds?
This week we're going to be talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Episode 2.
We're also going to be talking about the Suicide Squad, the new Red Band trailer.
Before we get started, we are sponsored this week by Crybaby Craig's Hot Sauce.
We're also sponsored by Ray's Energy Drinks.
Now let's get into it.
And this is the All Things Nerd Podcast.
Nerd. All right, welcome back, nerds, to another episode of the All Things Nerd Podcast. For those of you that are watching, you may notice that there's an extra person here today. We're joined by my good friend John, who we thought that we'd have him on before I moved to Ohio, and we're all in the same room. Plus, John and I watched the second episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier together, and he was picking up on stuff that I was not noticing at first either. I mean, he's also into nerdy shit. We go see a lot of the Marvel premieres together and stuff like that. So, just give a couple minutes breakdown as to like who you are as a nerd and shit like that.
Well, I mean, like you said, just been your friend for
4 or 5 years now.
4 or 5 almost. Didn't really get too much into nerdy stuff until the MCU started. Once that started, I kind of sort of started going back into the old comics, and I think you gave me a couple actually. And
I think so too.
Yeah. Then I started going back into them and started reading X-Men and watching all that and rewatching everything with the new knowledge of reading the comics, I should say.
Mm.
And then you get kind of a better depth of what should be happening and what is a little different and what they've done to try to make movies make sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I always liked that about it. Because I grew up on the comics and the cartoons and all that shit. So now when the movies come out, I like having like a reference point, because I'll be like, that's not how it fucking happened.
That's different. That's wrong.
Yeah. So.
Or if this happens, that means this is going to happen next.
Yeah. I mean, when for me, when Civil War happened in the comics, Civil War is when Captain America dies.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's gonna fucking die in this movie, and he didn't. And I was like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah, right. And also just the entire premise of the Civil War in the comic books was different, but that's because Marvel didn't have rights to the mutants yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this week, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Episode 2, we get a little bit more of U.S. Agent John Walker, Captain
Fuckface.
2.0. Yeah, Captain Fuckface.
We also finally get the reunion of Bucky and Sam.
Yeah.
Because the first episode they didn't meet up yet. So this one we finally do. And I think the first thing that is just basically Sam coming down some stairs and Buck's like, why'd you give up the shield?
Yeah.
It's like immediately just fighting. Yeah. Hilarious.
But we do get that altercation right off the bat that we see in the preview about the big three.
The big three. And androids, aliens, and wizards.
Buck's like, what, like Gandalf? And I didn't know this. You pointed out about the Hobbit coming out in the United States later than the year that...
Yeah. So the year that Buck said it was 1937, which is when the book was released in a different country.
In England, in the UK, because that's where Tolkien was.
It didn't release in the United States till after that, so it was kind of funny.
Yeah, and it was kind of also a little bit of a flex.
Yeah.
Like, he's a nerd too.
Yeah.
Or was.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we get a lot more of interaction with
it's all pretty...
John Walker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We're calling him Captain
Fuckface, yeah.
But I think that already right off the bat, they're really playing into his...
he's an asshole.
Well, he's an asshole. I mean, he's got that Marine first kind of personality. But already, these are orders that were given to him, so he just wants to, do the orders to the best of his ability.
But he's also like super cocky.
Oh, he is. No.
Yeah.
It seems like he feels like he can almost do a better job, even though he won't admit it.
Yeah.
And in his own mind, he feels like he can do better than Cap did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at least in the filter of America's eyes.
Yeah.
But also, like in the comics, U.S. Agent John Walker, he was very torn about carrying the mantle of Captain America because, again, he was still a soldier. I mean, he was given these orders to fulfill, but he was like, am I going to do it right? Am I going to do it better? Am I just going to fail?
They also throw in like a little fucking crappy-ass Falcon in there.
Yeah.
Just like
They call him Battlestar. I don't
Yeah.
I didn't get
like
that.
Galactica?
I was
Like,
like,
what the fuck is
I was like
this?
watching it and I was like, what the fuck is this guy? Is this supposed to be like a makeshift?
They threw out
Falcon?
They're the Walmart brand of
Yeah.
Captain
it really
America
is,
and
yeah.
Falcon.
It's exactly what it is. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but so kind of throughout the episode, I mean, they're both the new Captain America, Captain Fuckface, and Bucky and Sam. They're tracking these enhanced individuals.
Oh, what the fuck is their name?
The Flag Smashers, yes. And
one of them's like a 10-year-old girl.
she's like 20. She just
I
looks
know.
super young.
I know. I'm just being a jerk. She's a ginger, but she's also
Half black.
I was going to say,
Athletic.
you're just hoping she's over 18.
Yeah. He's not wrong. She's pretty.
she's pretty underage. That's what she's pretty.
Sorry, Mom. But I mean, just the fight that happens between them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we get a lot of banter between Sam and Bucky, which is great.
Yeah.
Um,
Some good stuff there. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, just I thought that this episode was really fucking intense.
It is better than that. The first episode was they opened big, but then kind of
Yeah, and then they started to lay the groundwork.
Mm.
But this series is really gonna play. It seems like what it's gonna mean for Sam to be a black superhero or a person of color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and with that being said, we have to acknowledge the fact that Isaiah was introduced in this episode, and for those of you who don't know, Isaiah is the black version. I'm sorry, maybe that's not African American version of Captain America.
Yeah,
So-
from World War II,
Yeah.
and
Except he wasn't put on ice, so he's an old man now.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they even kind of got into it, that he was a hero.
He doesn't
Did-
like Bucky because Bucky was an assassin.
Yeah,
There was a few shots thrown at Bucky in this episode for being an assassin.
yeah, even from Sam.
Except from Sam, yeah.
And
But then
then-
Sam was like, "I was just playing with you, man," and it was like, well,
Yeah, Sam is super cocky in this episode.
He's been, yeah. I've noticed that in the episodes, well, so far the 2 episodes, that Sam is very playing the role like almost like he's a celebrity.
Yeah,
He's like, "You don't know who I am?" He's like, "Come on," and like does the,
Yeah.
And then the bank guy is like, "Oh yeah, you're the fucking Falcon guy or whatever,"
Yeah.
So he's just kind of like being douchey a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna last. And
No.
you were kind of saying that too.
Yeah.
You hope he gets taken down a peg. And
I think he's going to. I think he
Yeah.
did a little bit in this episode when
when he met Isaiah, especially.
Well, that part, and then
shortly after meeting him.
when
Yeah,
they
and after that too.
So we'll get into it
Yeah.
because what happens after he meets Isaiah is that Buck and I'm saying it like I'm Captain America, like
Yeah.
he's my buddy, Bucky Barnes and
James Buchanan
yeah,
Barnes.
James Buchanan Barnes and Sam leave Isaiah's house after being thrown out basically, and start kind of arguing with each other in the street. The cops come.
Yeah,
And they basically start accusing Sam of being the problem because he's
his
black.
color of his
Yeah.
skin. Yeah, which I mean, it's super prominent as to like what's going on in
The world.
the world right
Yeah.
now. But I mean, we're just more aware of it. I mean, that's kind of always been a problem. But yeah, and the second it just played so hard into like the profiling that police do.
Yeah.
I mean, some of their profiling, saves lives. Some of it is taken too far. Like, I'm not trying to deny, like, they do.
Well, the angle that they
take
were going in the
profiling.
show was that
Yeah.
they were trying to show that the racial injustice.
Yeah.
That's the way they're. This isn't our personal beliefs. We don't want to cast. We don't want to get political on this show.
Right.
But in the show, the episode, it was a racial profiling, racial injustice by the police.
Because Sam is being loud to a white man who's trying to walk away from him.
Yeah.
And they start asking, them for their IDs.
Are you okay? What's going on here?
And Sam's like, I'm not doing anything wrong. We're having a conversation. I'm not giving you my ID. And Bucky's like, telling him who he is. And he's like, and one of the cops is like, yo. Like, these guys are Avengers. And immediately the cops are like, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. And you're just like, wow.
But
these guys are dicks.
But then they arrest Bucky for he missed his therapy.
Yeah, he missed his court-mandated therapy.
So he gets arrested.
Yeah.
And that's the part that we were going to get to. So when after Bucky's arrested, Sam goes to...
he goes to the prison to get him, but he was already bailed out.
Yeah.
And who bailed him out, though?
Fucking Captain Fuckface.
Captain Fuckface, yeah.
But then his therapist is there. Go on, John. You can interrupt us.
Yeah.
Get in there.
No, you're good.
Get in there like swimwear.
Well, no, I was going to say it was the same thing of Captain Fuckface bailed him out, but his therapist was already there waiting.
Yeah.
And then drugged both of them into a room to talk to him.
She's like, that's not a question. I'm telling both of you in this room now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of funny. I think probably my favorite part about the scene is that they're sitting, these guys, she's like, face each other, and they turn their chairs to face each other, and they're like knee to knee, and she goes closer, and they're like, fine, they scoot a little closer, and she goes closer, and they're like, what? And they fucking end up like scissoring each other. Like, one person's knee is on the other guy's cock, like on both sides of the, like, it was pretty funny.
But then the therapist, she's like, now, what's going on? Like, how do you really feel? And they have a staring contest, and she's just like, guys, Jesus Christ, just fucking stop.
Yeah.
Like, what are you, children?
And then it went from like, it was like someone flipped a switch. It went from like a funny kind of moment to basically Bucky just like
unloads his like actual feelings about.
He's like, why did you give up the shield, man? If you gave up the shield, that means Captain America was wrong about you. And if Captain America was wrong about you, he was wrong about me.
Yeah.
And it takes a very real turn for their relationship. And that's what we were talking about, is you kind of see Sam kind of like hones it in and is like, all right.
He's forced to eat his humble pie.
Yeah.
So, but then from there, what happens? What do they have to do?
Well, they go outside and fucking Captain Fuckface is out there with his little weird sidekick. Yeah. And basically they want to work together with Sam and Buck. In my opinion, is because they know Sam and Buck are going to get it done and they have nothing to go on. Yeah,
they're just soldiers in colorful uniforms now. Like, they don't have abilities.
Only left that part out. There's a huge fight at some point in the episode where they're fighting the flag.
Yeah, the flag smashers.
And fucking Captain Fuckface and his little guy come up. They show up and you find out that they put a tracer on Red Wing, Sam's weird little drone. Yeah. So that's weird.
So that was how they were able to find him. But Captain Fuckface and...
We gotta give that guy a name.
John?
Jonathan?
Well, that's his name in the show.
No, not Captain Fuckface. His little sidekick.
Oh, wanna be Falcon?
We gotta be meaner than that.
Hawk guy? Bird boy?
Bird boy? Ooh, I love it.
Bird boy?
Bird bitch?
Bird bitch?
Bird bitch?
Even though his thing is Battlestar, so like battle twat?
Battle twat, love it. Captain Fuckface and Battle twat.
Yeah.
Love it.
Battle twat.
Yeah. Twat. You gotta say twat.
Battle twat.
Yeah. We're from Europe.
Clearly. You can tell by the accent.
Yeah.
Anyways, so these guys are just super douchey. They got
their asses handed to them also.
By the flag smashers, yeah.
And it's just not good.
I'm really, really hoping that we get to see them fight Buck and Sam.
Yeah.
It's coming because
Yeah.
even their last interaction in the episode, Captain Fuckface was like, "We should work together," and Sam was like, "You guys work for the government. Like, you have red tape. You have to get like approvals and stuff like that. We're free agents.
Yeah.
We don't have to abide by that."
Mm.
And Captain Fuckface is like, "Well, fine, stay out of our way then."
Yeah.
And they're just like, "Fuck this guy."
Nah. Nah, we're not gonna do that. Yeah. Hopefully, yeah. I'm waiting for that. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna come to a head probably in the next episode would be my guess.
I hope so. Oh God, I hope so.
With the tension.
I mean, there's only this is only a 6-episode season, so we're already
almost
this
halfway
Friday is halfway there. Yeah.
I was gonna say, as soon as they were introduced, tensions were already high. As soon as they interacted, it was just like, this is gonna end badly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the 5 seconds that Captain Fuckface was introduced in the first episode, the internet went crazy and was like, "This guy fucking sucks."
Yeah. Like, I was sitting there screaming at the TV, just like, "Fuck this guy!"
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
How dare you stand where he stood?
Dare you?
Harry Potter reference. Sorry.
Yep.
That was a good one.
Pretty good now. Pretty good.
But yeah, so end of the episode, we get to see. So basically, they're looking to go visit somebody that knows Hydra, and
Well, why do they need to know someone who knows Hydra? Because they had super soldiers also.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they mentioned that earlier in the episode. I don't think we really touched on that. That's my bad. But yeah. So who are they gonna go see, John?
They were going for Zemo Zemo.
Mhm.
Yeah, Zemo. Yeah.
What's his? I forgot what his
Helmet Zemo.
No, but like his actual name is something Van.
Oh, in the comics it's Baron von Zemo.
Baron von Zemo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the MCU it's Helmet Zemo.
Yeah. So you would know him from Civil War. He was the main bad guy in Civil War.
Yeah. Who basically got the Avengers to tear themselves apart.
Yeah, because Bucky killed Iron Man's parents.
Yeah. Justified.
I would have killed him too.
Yeah, I would have been pretty mad.
Yeah.
You keep your geriatric paws off my mom. She's a saint.
Yeah, technically he's like 100 and some years old. Yeah.
In the 90s, he would have been an octogenarian. So.
Hey, I feel like that's pretty much the wrap up of the episode. Yeah, that's where they ended it. And they cut you off at the fucking knees. They don't give you any warning that the episode's ending. You get real into it, and they're just like credits.
Oh yeah, but before that, I wanted to get into I was talking to you when I was doing that when we were watching it, or when we were watching it, and we ended up talking to you about it. The whole thing of Captain Fuckface when he was able to throw the shield. And do the
like
whole,
a pro. What's up with that?
And what fucks with me is the idea that I came to the understanding that Cap, when he got the super serum, he got the whole math and geometry shit when he threw it, which fucks with me when he's able to throw it as perfectly as that.
Well, I think Captain Fuckface has. He's got something, right?
He has to have something, but
because he was throwing down with the flag smashers, and those guys are super soldiers, so
he still got his ass whooped. But
I mean, he was like,
gonna have something in there.
Yeah, he was keeping up.
A little bit.
I don't think they just haven't said it yet.
Yeah.
But
he has to.
That was what I was getting to. Is like they haven't actually full out said that he has super serum in him.
But at the same time, in the preview, they show the second trailer that came out for it. They show Sam throwing the shield around too, and he doesn't have any super serum. So,
but it's basically the shield, because it's vibranium, it's super light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it absorbs so much energy, so that's how it can ricochet. It's just a matter of practice. But I mean, if he's gonna be Captain America for now,
I'm really hoping to God that Sam who is so willing to give up the shield in this past couple episodes. I'm really hoping that, because it means more to Bucky than it does to Sam.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I hope that we get to see black suited Captain America with Bucky.
Yeah,
with the shield. That
would be incredible.
That would be that's where in the comics Bucky takes up the shield, then Sam after Bucky.
Yeah.
So I would really like to see the shield go to Bucky.
I would too. Plus, I think that would redeem his character arc more.
Because he's like real. Like Sam's big thing is that there's always been a fight. He's always been a part of the fight, whether he was on the wrong side of it or not. And now he's trying to adjust, just like Captain America was. Even though whatever. I think Captain America's a bitch. I'm sorry, but I think Chris Evans played him perfectly, and in the comics he's great. But Cap was only like in the war for like X amount of time, and then he came out, went into the ice, and came out of it just very self-righteous. But Bucky, who's been in the fight for a very long time, I want to see him. I want to see his character develop in that same mindset where he's adjusting to life now.
Yeah. I would too. Plus, Sebastian Stan is just so badass.
He's awesome.
I fucking love that dude.
Yeah, especially at fucking Hot Tub Time Machine. He's the douchey kid.
Oh, fuck, he is.
Yeah.
Shit, I forgot about that.
You guys didn't know that?
I didn't put two and two together.
Fucking Ski-Doo.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's incredible. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. Well.
Fuck, that's fucking gonna be really hard. Wow.
And so, like we said last week, though, that we would watch all the credits all the way through. No end credits scene for this episode.
We'll keep you updated if
it'll probably only be in the last one or the last two episodes if there are any.
First, they might fuck with us with the.
But you got to pay attention to the credits too, because the end credits in WandaVision show it was always zooming in on Vision's eyes, and as you watch WandaVision, that was like a big part of it. Especially when,
I mean, in the credits for Falcon the Winter Soldier, you see Isaiah, you see his military profile.
Yep.
And then it gets redacted with
And then in this episode, the first thing you see is Zemo.
Yeah. Like it shows Zemo with his purple mask.
Yeah.
And it, lists David Brule. Is it David? I think it's David. David Brule, who plays Zemo. His name's actually in the credits.
Yeah.
Because we do see his face in this episode, but for like a split second, but.
It would be kind of interesting to see if, when him and Bucky interact with each other, if he starts reciting the trigger words.
I think he's gonna try it.
It'd be interesting to see if like Bucky tries to shake it off or like how that's gonna go, or maybe he'll fucking give in and then him and Sam have to fight each other or something.
I think what will happen is that he'll just let him read off the words. And then he'll do his line that he has to do for his therapy, like, I am Sergeant James Buchanan.
Ooh, that would be badass.
I'm no longer the Winter Soldier.
That would be badass.
You are part of my attempt to make amends. And then do his little cheesy-ass fake smile.
Yeah.
And then, like,
knock his ass
punch
out
him or something. Yeah,
I'd like that way better. That pretty much wraps up that.
I mean, that's Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 2. Episode 3 comes out this Friday.
Oh, I forgot to bring up.
I move Friday. How am I going to watch this?
You loser.
I'm staying up until 2.
I mean, we don't record till Sundays, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna stay up and watch it, and I'll just be tired.
You'll be fine. I thought one of the things I never brought it up. I brought it up when we were watching it. When they're in the Asian restaurant.
That's in the first episode. Yeah.
I had to catch up before I watched it with them. The whole idea of Bucky sitting there with a bunch of beers.
He's just pounding them?
Yeah, he's just sitting there and he's got a line of them and he's doing shots with the old man. And he feels nothing because obviously
he can't get drunk.
Yeah, it's just like Captain America couldn't get drunk. Because it even, throwback to Age of Ultron when Thor has like his Asgardian liquor. And Steve is just, taking shots with Thor of it, and he's just fine because like he can't get drunk.
Yeah, his cells are always, he's almost not to the extent, but almost like Wolverine. There's always fixing itself. So any damage you do to your liver, or blood, or whatever with alcohol is just getting fixed immediately.
Still one of my favorite Stanley
cameos.
Oh yeah.
Excelsior! Just hammer
And then the other old guy just standing there frozen because he's so fucking hammered. But yeah, so that's Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now, before we get into the next bit, we do have to tell you quickly just about one of our sponsors, which is Crybaby Craig's. So just hang tight. You'll hear it play over us while we just kind of gather our thoughts for the next bit. And we'll be right back with you. Hey, you nerds. Do you love spice? Supporting small businesses? What about enhancing the flavor of your favorite foods? If you said yes to any of those, our good friends over at Crybaby Craig's have the perfect solution for you. Crybaby Craig's is a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes perfectly with your favorite foods, adding the perfect amount of spice and enhancing the flavor of everything it touches. Started in Minneapolis by Craig back in 2012, Crybaby Craig's has become a Minneapolis and Minnesota staple in the sauce world. So head over to crybabycraigs.com and order yours today. All right, so now, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but the Suicide Squad, the half reboot, half not, half DC, mostly James Gunn.
James Gunn's fuck you to Marvel for firing him.
And then they rehired him.
And then they were like, well, if you're going to go to DC, just come back over here. And he was like, okay, I'll just do both.
Yeah. But so the Suicide Squad, which comes out later this year, their Red Band trailer dropped. And, oh boy.
There's a lot in that.
It's going to... I think this is going to be fun. Cause
I like everything James Gunn has done so far. I'm on board with.
Because like the last Suicide Squad
sucked.
Yeah, it was not good. It should have been funny though, because you have all these crazy characters, and the entire premise is they're criminals, they're prisoners, and so they get sent out to do secret government missions, but they have a bomb in their brain, so that if they try to escape or they don't follow orders,
Amanda Waller blows them up. Man.
Viola Davis plays Amanda Waller. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Not a fan?
Not really.
No. I think she does. She plays Amanda Waller really
I think
well.
she's a good actress. Like I've seen her in roles, and I'm like, damn, she's a good actress. It's just nah.
That's fair. But so this trailer kind of has a lot in it. I'm kind of bummed because I always thought that King Shark was. I thought he was supposed to be smart.
Well, I mean, he is
for a shark, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
well, in this one, he just seems kind of dumb. Like
hand.
Like, yes, that's your hand.
Yeah.
But we do get to see him eat a dude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he could have been being a smart ass.
That's
like,
true.
I had my hand raised, like.
Oh, that's true. We don't get enough context.
Yeah.
It's here.
See?
It's up.
That's true.
And that's also Sly Stallone doing that voice.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Oh, man, that's fun.
And then was James Gunn's brother, Sean Gunn?
Yeah, Sean Gunn.
He's Weasel.
Yeah.
He's the look in the window,
Sean Gunn does a lot of CGI capture. I mean, he did most of the CGI capture
Rocket.
for, Rocket and just in general for Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that, on top of having a normal character in the films. But,
ton of Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man, just a sad boy.
Yeah. We're all gonna die. I hope so.
I hope so. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And I was totally wrong about something. I thought that Idris Elba was taking over as Deadshot, but he's not.
No, he's playing his own character. It's kind of, he's also a mercenary.
Yeah, but he's not who I thought he was.
Right.
I think he was taking over for Will Smith, but no.
No.
You know who?
I'm glad that they didn't do that.
You know who all of
would've
those
been
movies could do without? Harley Quinn.
I know that you
Other
don't
than Margot Robbie being super hot, she's super annoying as Harley Quinn.
I like it. I think it's fun.
Mm-mm.
But you also hated Birds of Prey.
Did you watch Birds of Prey?
Yeah, multiple times.
And you liked it all times that you watched it?
I mean, it's not like I've seen it 3 times.
It's the dumbest fuck. I watched it one time in my entire life.
I didn't hate it.
And halfway through it, I was like, why am I still watching this movie? And then I ended it, and I was like, why the fuck did I finish watching this movie? It was the dumbest movie I've ever seen. It was dumb.
I like Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn.
I love Margot Robbie, and this has nothing to do with her as an actress. I've seen Bombshell. I've seen a bunch of movies with her in it. She does a phenomenal job as an actress. But no. Nope. No.
It's not your Harley Quinn. That's fine.
It's not even that. It's not her fault.
No.
It's just bad writing. I mean, there was... I'll drop it. Sorry. I was gonna say some stuff, and it's not necessarily how I mean it, but I think it would come off wrong if I were to put it into words. So I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And then I would have to explain like what I actually meant, and then it's just not.
And then we'll have taken up as much time as we just did, anyways.
Yeah.
God, it'd be a fucking mess.
Just a mess. Yeah.
But we do see Peacekeeper.
Yep.
John Cena.
I
think he's fucking hilarious.
See, I just saw a floating helmet. I just saw a floating metal.
You can't see me.
He's the poor man's Dwayne Johnson, but I'll take it over any of the other guys that wrestle around in their underwear.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But what about Dave Bautista?
I love Batista. Okay, that's different. Yeah. No, it's not different.
It's not. It's the same thing.
A little bit. Batista started out as an MMA guy.
Did he?
Batista started in MMA.
Oh, I didn't know that. I only know him from wrestling.
I'm fairly certain. He started in MMA, and then he got too big, and then started wrestling.
I mean, that would make sense.
I can relate.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. I got too big.
Just busting out of my t-shirt, yeah.
Well, that's because you no longer fit in a baby gap medium. You have to go up to youth large, sorry.
You leave my crop tops out of this.
You Twinkie.
Oh man, where were we?
We were just talking about the Suicide. It's gonna be goofy like this.
I think it's gonna be good, yeah.
But it looks like it's gonna be fun. We do see
it's rated R, which is awesome. So it's gonna be bloody.
You see King Shark rip a dude in half and just
and
also blood and guts
bite
everywhere.
a guy's head off too. So
yeah,
it'll be fun.
But we see Starro, which I didn't know that was his name until you told me.
Yeah,
it's the laziest writing ever. Do you think? But you said that in the comics, Starro is like he's not small.
So I don't know a ton about the character, so I don't want to like definitively say he's not as big as he is in the preview. In the preview, he's like a fucking Godzilla-sized starfish. Yeah. In the comics that I've seen him in, he's like this big. And for those of you who aren't watching it on YouTube, it's like the size of my hand. A normal-sized starfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you never know. Maybe Ash got an evolution.
But they called him. They called him a
Pokemon there too.
They called him a Gaiju. Like we have a Gaiju or something like that. Yeah. So I don't know.
Maybe a
crossover.
Yeah.
King Kong and Godzilla are gonna show up and.
Yeah. Kong versus Starro.
Yeah.
Sounds like a terrible Saturday morning martial arts matinee. Hosted by Vampire Lou.
Yes, Vampire fucking Lou.
It's a How I Met Your Mother reference. For those that don't know, or for Jake, who isn't a big How I Met Your Mother fan like I am. And John.
I liked it. It just ended really dumb, and I was like, well, I'm not going to rewatch that.
Yeah, you should rewatch it. It's great.
Yeah. I was going to say, even for us, I feel like neither of us really 100% liked the last 5 episodes.
Oh, God. Goodness, no. It just...
It was really abrupt.
It was unnecessary.
It was abrupt. It was just rushed, and it was...
But the overall show I thought was amazing.
Yeah.
But the Suicide Squad. We get to see a wide range of the characters that are going to be in it, too. Mm. Like John Cena, Idris Elba, Margot Robbie, but we also...
Sean Gunn
as Weasel, Pete Davidson's character.
Pete Davidson, get the fuck out of here.
Like King of Staten Island, and like someone who's more like
the only reason King of Staten Island was any good is because it's fucking Jesus Christ, now I lost it. The guy who writes it, he does Judd Apatow. That's the only reason it's any good.
But there was another movie, I can't remember what it's called now. It came out last year, like about this time last year, with Pete Davidson, and it was kind of like a dark comedy, just kind of like movie like that. It was really good. I don't think that Pete Davidson's funny, like, for a stand-up, and I don't enjoy watching him on Saturday Night Live. But I think that, like, in those kind of roles,
It's a fair compromise.
It fits him.
It's a fair compromise. As long as you don't acknowledge him on, like, the shit that he's trying to make a living off of, then we're good.
Yeah, but, like, small indie films are, like, supporting characters. Like, I think he...
Yeah.
Good.
Well, for me, the reason why
It sounds like he just needs to blow his nose 24/7.
For me, the reason why I liked King of Staten Island was mostly because, like, Pete Davidson's dad actually did.
Yeah. It was like a biopic, basically, for him, but...
Well, Bill Burr was fucking... I love Bill Burr.
Yeah, Bill Burr's good.
We're so far off topic because of Pete Davidson.
Wait, where were we? South Park? Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
What
South
happened? My drink's getting warm?
Yeah, right. L'chaim.
There's a good chance a large portion of that's going to be cut out of this episode.
I'm not cutting it.
No.
Screw
All
it.
right.
Not doing it.
But yeah, Suicide Squad looks great. It's going to be fun. We don't know a ton about it.
Yeah,
honestly.
don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
But
The
it looks like
characters
it's
that
going
are
to be
in
a
it,
really good
yeah.
blend of comedy and like high action.
I will say one of the cool things about it is that when you bring James Gunn into a role, he tends to take his people with him that he likes. So obviously his brother Sean Gunn, we get as Weasel. Polka Dot Man is the Russian guy from Ant-Man.
Yeah.
You know,
Get Michael
Somebody else.
Rooker.
Oh yeah, but there it is. Yeah, Michael
yeah.
Rooker as.
I don't know what his character's name
He
is.
was
in the Suicide
Yondu
Squad.
in
Yeah, he was
Guardians
Yondu.
of the Galaxy. He's going to be in this as well. So I do like that. So
And
that's
they're
fun.
just, I mean, those people are just good at what they do. Also, like,
I think it's going to be really
Michael
good.
Rooker's awesome.
And I think James Gunn is awesome. So I think it's going to be really good.
And the fact that he's able to, DC gave him the go-ahead to make it R-rated, where Marvel still is yet to cross that bridge.
Well, they will, because Deadpool 3 is going to remain R-rated.
It's coming, but it's just not there yet.
You mean like coming?
Wow, that was like really gross.
I was in the splash zone for that. It's a good thing I'm wearing white.
What's up, gangsters?
Fogo, take off
Why
that...
would you pick Muhammad? It's the most common name in the world, asshole. Read a book.
Take off that fucking vest. You look like fucking Pinocchio.
God.
Oh, it's another great movie. But yeah, I mean, like we said, we don't know a lot about the Suicide Squad, so like right now we're just amped off of clips.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be
rated R. It's gonna be
chaotic,
gory.
it's gonna be
fun. Yeah.
There's gonna be dick jokes in it, as we saw from the preview.
Yeah. John Cena eating dicks.
Eating a bag of dicks.
I mean, we see that every day in John Cena's life, but it's gonna be filmed
Eat a
now.
bag of dicks. If that entire beach was full of dicks and someone told me I had to eat every single last one of them for liberty, I would say no problemo.
Yeah.
I love John Cena. I think he's hilarious.
Yeah. I will say, okay, so I'm not like a huge fan, but I will say that I don't remember the name of the movie. There's a movie where they have like kids, and at some point in the movie, John Cena ends up butt chugging.
Cock blockers.
Oh, blockers.
Cock blockers?
Blockers.
Well, it was originally called cock blockers, and then
blockers, and they're
because they're trying to prevent their kids from
From
losing their virginity.
virginities, yeah. And there's like a scene in there where John Cena fucking butt chugs some beer, and then fucking farts it out all over the place.
what the fuck's his name?
It was after they get in the car accident, right? And he's like, ah!
Oh, yeah,
and just fucking...
they're at the party. What the fuck is that actor's name?
I don't know.
Which guy?
He's...
The one that he farts all over?
Yeah.
Is it he was in Neighbors? Neighbors 2?
Yeah.
I don't know his name. I don't know who you're talking about.
Straight back up in his face.
Yeah. But yeah. So he's a funny guy. I can get on board with John Cena.
When he
I just like to
when
make
he
fun
gets
of
to
him,
be
too.
his like macho self, but also funny, is so much better than when he's playing like
He
serious
is
roles.
huge in this movie. Cause like there was some
Yeah.
roles where he's in like, you could tell he kind of like
Let his muscle
let
mass
off a little bit. But yeah, he's massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big ass dude. But yeah, so that's going to be the Suicide Squad, and that's going to be awesome. I mean, that's a shorter bit for us, but it's just off of a trailer, and we don't know a lot about what the movie's going to be. But so what we're going to do is we're going to tell you about our second sponsor, and we're going to kind of end on some closing notes, and that'll be it for this week, guys.
Yeah.
So our other sponsor this week is Raise Energy Drinks. So just hang tight, and we'll tell you a little bit about it. What's up, nerds? I wanted to take a minute and talk to you about Raise Energy, an incredible energy drink that provides max energy with zero crash. Raise Energy takes a giant leap of faith with instilling a high-quality formula to bring a powerful, yet sustained, energetic experience to help you push your workouts and focus to the next level. Perfect for anyone at any time, and powered by their Refresh formula technology, Raise Energy delivers a performance-enhancing energy drink that aids in multiple different categories that include targeted focus, better recovery time, improved clean energy levels, and a boost in stamina and hydration. But most importantly, every can of Raise Energy has absolutely 0 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 carbohydrates to give you a smarter and healthier option. So don't settle for an energy drink that contains more sugar and carbohydrates than you can count. Instead, head over to repsports.com. That's REPPSPORTS.com and use the promo code NERDPODCAST at checkout for 15% off your order. Or if you don't know what you want, go ahead and click the link that's in the description to get a $50 sample pack for free. All you do is you cover the cost of shipping. Again, make sure you use promo code NERDPODCAST at checkout to let them know that we sent you. All right, guys. So that's everything that we had planned for this week. Right off the bat, just want to thank John for joining us.
This John.
It's been a blast.
I'm Jacob. That's Jingleheimer Schmidt.
And that's John.
Nice.
Jonathan? With that being said, if you want to send in any suggestions for us to review, we got a couple from the live stream, so we're going to be diving into that soon.
Yeah.
You can always email us at hello@allthingsnerdpodcast.com. You can find us at the allthingsnerdpodcast.com as well, with links to everywhere. We're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch.
We're on everything.
Yeah.
We're on everything.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that good shit. But yeah.
Yeah. So I think next week will be... So unfortunately, so next week we're going to be diving into, obviously, the third episode of Falcon Winter Soldier. And we will also be Kong versus Godzilla or is it Godzilla versus Kong?
I think it's Kong versus Godzilla.
Oh, yeah, one of those two. Which is the same movie.
Big-ass creatures
Yeah.
in it. We're fine.
Comes out on this Wednesday. We will be watching that and reviewing it on Sunday as well.
Yep.
Unfortunately, this is the last, for now.
Yeah, for a while.
This is the last episode that Chad and I will be in the same room as he's moving to stupid Ohio. And so we'll be doing
Cleveland State.
We'll be doing this via Zoom.
Zoom virtually over webcam.
So we'll still be bringing you guys episodes.
Just, guys, please clean your webcams first. Sorry, Mom.
You're disgusting.
So with that being said, guys, this has been the All Things Nerd Podcast.